Hey everyone, this is Keyblader007 and we have a new high score challenge. This time you can get a Jack and Sally or a 0 medal. And the 0 medal does not cost 0, which is kind of bullshit. It costs like 5. But here, I'll read you the notice. What's this? A high score challenge. It's from October 21st to October 27th Pacific time or 28th UTC time. Score high in the high score challenge, you get exclusive medals. In the spirit of the season, we got some special treats for you. This week's prizes will be comprised of the Jack and Sally medal as well as the 0 medal. Now, the Jack and Sally medal is a pretty damn good Tier 4 medal. Then we get a lot of free Tier 4 medals. Look at this thing. Jack and Sally, it's upright, which means it's a good guy medal. It's magic attribute, deals 11 hits, raises strength of all attributes by 1 tier for 2 turns. Lowers defense of all enemy attributes. Lowers defense of all attributes of targets, which is the enemies, by 1 tier for 2 turns. It's an AoE, which means targets all gauge at only 2 cost. This thing is going to be sick. Something that can affect more than 1 turn has never been done before, at least in the US version. And 0 is meh. It's upright. It's a 3 tier instead of a 4 tier. See, as you can see that right here, the 3. Now the S, speed, removes status of all effects of targets, moderately recovers HP, hits all for 5. Ugh, don't like that. It's basically owl mixed, no, not owl. It's basically bell mixed with like a daisy, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's not horrible, but I'm probably not going to use it. Here's some tips. Use medals with high special attack damage multipliers, aka guilt. Plan your route by focusing on enemies you can defeat. Equip score bonus medals. We'll get to that in a minute. Skip tickets will not help you. Here are the prizes. The Jack and Sally beautiful medal, 0 and some more mirrors. If you rank from 1 to 200, you will get 7 of these beauties and 5 zeros. So 7 means instant guilt. So lucky who is strong enough to ever do that, not me. 6 magic mirrors, 6 chips, and 6 dales. I mean, 3 chips and 3 dales, both level 6. Same with magic mirror, level 6, you get 3. Then it lowers to 5, 4, 2, 2, 2. This is where I'm currently stuck at. I'm in the 1,000 to 2,000 ranking. So I can possibly get 3. I'll be happy if I get 1. 0, 3. Magic Mirror 1. Chip 1. Dale 1. 2,000 to 5,000 is the least you can get if you want to get the Jack and Sally medal. You get 2 zeros, a Magic Mirror, a Chip, a Dale. Then lower, you get only 1 0, a Magic Mirror, 1 of each basically. And then as you really get lower ranks, you get the 5-star Chip and Dales, which suck. And 10,000 to 2,000 is the last chance to get a 0. And they give you a pity magic mirror if you really suck, 40,000 to 100,000. Now, the rewards itself for actually just getting high amounts is if you get a high score of 200,000, you get a magic mirror. If you get 50,000, you get 3 of each level 5 Chippendale. 1 million, you get a Sid. 2 million, 2 magic mirrors, 5 million, a 0, and a Huey Dewey Louie. 7 million, which is my score, you get 1 0 and 2 Huey Dewey Louies. No, 7,000, I was reading the wrong thing. You get a Chip and Dale, level 6, always good. Higher, which probably not going to be able to get, but you can get another 0, 2 Huey Dewey Louies, another 0, 2 Huey Dewey Louies. Pretty much the same thing for 9 and 10,000, so that's kind of a jip. 12,000 gives you 5 magic mirrors and 12 million. And okay, someone messed up the number here because it says the same 1 million. But yeah, you get the idea. The goal is to earn the highest score you can, blah blah blah. If you fall in battle, you'll not be able to continue. The greater the amount of damage you do to enemies, the higher your score will be. Your score will be finalized when you defeat the stage's target enemy or when you are defeated. So, luckily, they made it now with high score challenges that if you die, your score becomes set. You don't have to just beat the final enemy, because most of these last couple high scores, it's impossible to get to them. And here are the different medals that will give you percentages, but I'll show you on the actual event. First, let me show you my loadout. I went through 3 different iterations of this. I might even do more after this video to try it out, but I'm happy where I'm at right now. So this is my build. I'm using the Olympia. It's level 26. Let's see, am I at full gauge? Let me double check. I am not at full gauge. Okay, that sucks. Well, don't worry, I'm just gonna run through one of the sides that I wouldn't normally go to just to show it off. But yeah, I have Rax, Roxas Axel Zexion, Mr. Smee, only because he had score. Halloween Sora, you may remember from my Halloween Sora event video, I've got it up to 92% after like a million tries, so that's the highest I can go without magic mirrors. Good old Musketeer Goofy, and Timeless River Sora. And because Sephiroth is the goal in this challenge for the highest score, luckily... Oh, missed the raid boss. Whoopsie. Oh well. Don't care. Let's go to events. High score challenge. So let's show you my ranking. Currently I am 1871. And the rewards I've unlocked... and these are the rewards in, like, you know, picture form. Like, yeah, it doesn't show you it, but... And here's the regular rewards. If you can get the ridiculous high score of 14 billion... Is it 14 billion? No, it's 1,400,000,000. Screw that. Same with this one, this one. I'm happy to be at 7 million as long as I get the Jack and Sally medal. Is all I care about. I've gotten all this stuff. Okay, so your objectives are just like any high score challenge: defeat 20 more enemies, use 5 or more special attacks, and gain X amount of lux, in this case 500. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Your final boss, which you're never going to ever find unless you're ridiculously strong, are the Jack-o'-lantern level 25. They're always weak, which is kind of insulting because the enemies right before him are always ridiculously heavy. Yeah, so here's where I'm going to talk about this. You can get Illustrated Sephiroth, if you're lucky, 21%. Mr. Smee, I have. Demex, Jack Skellington from the recent event. Blackcoat Riku, have it, don't want to use it. Timeless River Donald, I wish I had it gilted. Cogsworth, it's only 7%. I do not have Crocodile. I have Cerberus, but it wasn't working out. I have Lexius, but he's not strong enough. I have Timeless River Goofy, but he's not gilted. I have Lumiere, but not going to use it. I may try out Pooh. Halloween Goofy, I missed out on buying the costume with it because it was kind of a ripoff and it kind of sucks. Regular Sephiroth, I still have not got. Captain Hook, I really want but haven't gotten. As you see, it's 14%. The Halloween Town Sora luckily counts for 7%. KH2 Kyrie, which I have, 7%. Musketeer Mickey, which I did a poll on, I got one. I can gilt it with like 1 or 2 more bubbles. And thank God for Timeless River Sora that I got a long time ago and I gilted. So yeah, those are your percentages. If you have any of the new medals from Neverland, Mr. Smee, Crocodile, and Hook, you'll get 14%, and the 2 Sephis, which is short for Sephiroth in my book, will give you a whopping 21%. So I'll confirm. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take Ray Sephiroth. That gives me a total of 49 score. The only medal I have that's not adding score is Rax, but I don't care. I need the boost. And I'll start. Now, I may have to do this challenge a couple of times just to show how it works, but here's the basics. See, this is a blue box, so that means that's the magic path. Red box, power path, green box, speed path. I'm built to kill the magic path, but I'm going to go to the other paths once I open all the boxes, because I just like doing that. Just to show you what it's like and get my gauge back up. So you cannot go back, as you see. It's a one-way trip. It's been like that. See, these are all speed enemies, like I said they would be. The first room is all level 25 enemies. Pretty weak. Anyone, no matter how new to this game, should be able to handle the first room and get some kind of score. The next room gets a little more difficult with level 75 enemies. Mr. Invisible right there. Luckily, I got Goofy just to murder it. So I could handle a little bit of the speed path just because of Goofy. So you already pulled out 1,000,000. And there's boxes to get your score, your gauge back throughout most of the levels. That's the enemies here. And now we're up to, I think it keeps adding 100, because now we're up to 150. This is going to be one of the hardest high score challenges I've seen in a while. It's a cannon. There's these new bee enemies. I think they're from an old challenge. They remind me of the Dream Drop Distance bee enemies from that bee creature. This video is going to be a little long because I'm going to show you each path. I'm going to try to get to the other path without dying. These guys hit like a truck. I'm doing pretty well for not being prepared to be here with that. I really don't want to fight that thing because I might die, but yeah, screw it. Oh shit, there's 2 of them. Sephiroth might be able to finish them off. Alright, so one of them somehow survived, but he's dead now. And the next room, so as you see, it's level 25 room, level 75 room, level 150 room, and the last room that I can go to, because I can't survive past this room, is the level 250 room. Yes, 250. So we're gonna die here. So let's just have our max gauge up, because we are definitely gonna die here. There's no doubt in my mind we're gonna die here. Okay, let's think about this. So the final boss might be in that room. There's 2 pumpkin guys over here. There's an air soldier, and every room has their own color version of the copter fleet. So we're gonna humorously try to get past Mr. Pumpkin Guy, but as you see, he has 1,000,000,000 health bars, and his friend has 1,000,000,000 health bars. So yeah, I'm not getting past this, and I'm gonna die right now. So yeah, that's pretty much the speed path, and your score will it will stick right when you die, as you see. And you'll definitely, if you get that far, don't even worry about the objectives, you'll definitely get them, because it's pretty easy to make sure you do. Now we're going to go in again. I'm going to show you the power path, which if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna die anyway, so I'm gonna just go in with my completely empty. I really should have prepared better for this video. 3 wishes, because I need magic. Oh, luckily there's, wow, 2 gilded Zexions. Color me impressed. So I'll just take that temporarily just to show you the magic path. I mean the power path, which is this. And as you'll see again, it's all power enemies. But it's weak ones in the first room. I'm not even going to use my attacks on them, I'm just trying to get my gauge back at this point. And yeah, we killed those guys. Next room. Killed him. So they have those evil hammer guys, which I hate in this room. So beware of that. If you could basically take whichever path that your build is good at. My build is best for the speed path. I mean, the magic path, because I have a speed build. So I'm going to get as far as I can. But now we're up to the 150s. They're already getting ridiculously strong. Still, I'm strong enough to tap kill some of these guys. Oh great, they hit a few wyverns. I mean, they hit a wyvern and a friend over here. So yeah, the power path is kind of difficult. As you can see, it's a little ridiculous. Some of these enemies will give you a big hard time. I mean, these are enemies that are like as strong as the Proud mode, which was like a big deal in the beginning of the game. You just started out, that Proud mode was like the hardest thing to do. Zexion should finish you off. I want my Zexion gilded, just look at that damage. And here's the final room that we're gonna die in. Okay, so we get a, as I said, another copter fleet, but red. We got the Defender, Pumpkin Soldier 2, and another Pumpkin Soldier 2. So let's die to these guys. This looks like a peaceful place to rest in peace. See the pun? And yeah, we got murdered. Yay. Hooray for that. Okay, now I'm going to take you down the final path and show you how I achieved my score. And we're going to go back to the Keyblade that I was originally using, which is this. Now that it's fully gauged up, we're going to take Sephiroth because it's the only way to beat this. Because they had a whole 21%, so luckily a couple of my party members have it. I do not, because I am not lucky. They are lucky, and I hate them sometimes. Niche, Lauren, Ray, and I think who else had it that I want to hit? Tanner, yeah. You guys are lucky. So lucky. Okay. here we go. The magic path is with speed murders. This is where I shine. So Rax does a great job of just killing out the enemies early on, adding a bit of a strength boost. I think there's only 3 guys in the first room. Yeah, I believe that was it. That was it for this one room. Room number 1's always easy. I think I'm lagging a little bit. Let me turn on my data. Phone's getting hot. Video might cut out. Hopefully we make it through before that happens. Wi-Fi's so unstable. The last 2 rooms are where you really get your score. Using my iPad for brightness on my face. That's why I keep moving my hand over, because it kept on auto shutting off. So I just figured out how to turn that off. Sadly, I had to look that up. So yeah, Halloween Sora hits pretty damn strong once it's fully gilted. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's 92, which is the highest I've gotten. And I added max Chippendales on it, which is the only way to make it viable to use. Alright, so we're about the halfway point of my score. Hopefully we make it before my phone does its auto shut off shit. I hate these pumpkin soldiers so much. Luckily we have this box right here. Now one of my party members said the best way to do this, and this is how I got my score from like 4,000 to like 1 to 1,800, is to go after this little guy right here. Just in case I die to him, because it happens. There's another fleet and 2 more pumpkin dudes guarding the way. These are the only ones that have like a small... I don't even like SME, but I use it just to get their defense down. These are the only guys with a small enough thing to actually kill. I even use Goofy. Oh, whoops, I did not mean... Whatever. I meant to do a swipe. I might die. Yeah, I died. But yeah, you could see... If I did a swipe, I would have killed them. I came close to my high score. If I would have killed them, it would have did a big difference, and then I would have tried dying, because then you basically pick a group to rest in peace and try to get every little bit of damage you can. So yeah, sometimes it summons a boss. That is my high score challenge. I wish you better luck than I had, but I'm decently satisfied with where I am now. I will try to raise my score at least maybe to 8 if I'm lucky. I'm going to try Winnie the Pooh, because he adds double, so I'll switch out. Well, I'll just show you what I'm going to do. My friend suggested this, so I'll get rid of you, put you here. You stupid Smee are only here for your 14%. And luckily Pooh adds its own 7%, so it might not change my score too drastically. Oh, right. I forgot I have, add some SIDs to it to make this a full maxed out one. There, now it's at 10, because I only added 7 to Smee, because Smee sucks. I'm not going to be using Smee like that. So yeah, I'll try that build out, because something like that worked for my friend, except he had Musketeer Mickey and Hook. I think it was Hook. I'll have to check. Let's see, he had... oh no, he had Timeless River Goofy, and he had Musketeer Mickey. I have Musketeer Mickey, but again, it's not guilted yet. They brought back the awesome Strikers deal, which gave me some of these guilted in the first place. So hopefully, if I pull another one, I'll get what I'm missing, so I can be able to guilt this and have another Musketeer, because 1 gauge for all that power is pretty satisfying. If I could find the damn thing. Play your Jeopardy music, people. Do 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 do. I found it. So yeah, that's Musketeer Mickey. As you see, I have 5 dots. 1 more dot will activate its guilt, and hopefully we get a good number. Because I got lucky with Goofy. I got a good high 70s. That was impressive to me. And yeah, we'll see if you become viable in the future. On Monday, I'm going to do a couple polls, because I'm going to buy the weekly deal to get 3,000. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's this. The Epic Attackers deal is so good. Unfortunately, they added the new medals to it, but it's only 1,500. You get 5 medals. One is a 6-star with half guilt. That means you could see the 3 dots right there, and it has every single AOE tier 3 medal, as well as tier 2 AOE medals. Only AOE medals, which is area of effect, which means it hits all targets, are in this deal. So this is where I was trying to get Hades and Cerberus. I have Hades just like Mickey with 5 dots, 1 more equals guilt, so if I pull again, I hope to get a Cerberus with the 3 dots, then I can guilt it with a Hades on the side with one of the 5-star ones, and I'll be really happy. I'll just show you the notice for that if you are interested, because I think this is probably one of the best pull deals we've gotten. Here it is, return of it. It's resumed, blah blah blah. Guarantee one of the following with its special attack already strengthened to 3 dots. These are the new ones they added. I wouldn't mind getting 2 Captain Hooks and guilting that. I don't really want Uniform Kyrie, Selfie, or Ansem the Wise, or Mr. Smee. I already got Black Coat Mickey like this. I got a Zack recently. Not happy about that. I don't want to get Goofy again, because that would just be a waste, or Aladdin. Final Form Sora, I also want Cerberus. I want Bell, Owl, I got in the past, so I'm near guilting those. So yeah, You can get all those, and this is the different guilds: tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are only tier 3s with some tier 2s thrown in. So that's my high score challenge video, and I hope it helps you out. And now I'm going to work on the other event that came out this week and upload that right after this. The Earn Event Coins Get Halloween Avatar event, which has its own issues we'll talk about in the next video. So until then, this is Keyblader07, Keyblader007, signing off. Have a good one, folks.